picking up where I last left you guys. Titans came out, they put a new sensor in it and recalibrated it, so I'm all folded up now. We're heading down to just a little 7-acre patch that I forgot to do earlier, so I'm gonna get that done, refuel, reseed, and then try and get 120 done yet tonight. I can't remember what time it is. It is 7 o'clock, so hopefully shouldn't take me too long. I'm guessing about midnight is when I'll be done, but it's getting to be that time where just need to do it. So been a while since I picked up the camera. Well, last time I talked to you guys, Titans was still out here. They were just leaving after fixing something. Well, that sensor on the planter bar. But when they left, I couldn't get it to unfold, so he had to come back. We were messing around with that for a while, and then the new one snapped. So he had to run to Marshall, come back, and then, yeah, we got put back together at about 7 o'clock, no, about 8:39 it was. But I came back to the house, I filled up with seed, fuel, ran inside, and had something to eat. Now it's about 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna go back out and see how long I can go before it gets too sticky. It's about 2:30 now, I'm all folded up. This field has I don't know what it is. I think it's about 5 acres. Just a little piece on the other side of this grove here. Got to go on the road to get to it. So got to fold it up and then unfold it when you get there. But 2:30 in the morning right now. Feeling pretty happy with how today has been going. We were down for 4 hours this afternoon, but feel pretty good about what got done in the time that was available. So I'll probably talk to you guys when I get done. I'm with that piece. I'm gonna take this home and unhook from it, put the 540 onto the planter, and pray that that works tomorrow, because there's some wetter spots that we gotta go through, and I'd rather have tracks than these little duals. Calling it a night. I wasn't able to get planter unhooked from the 340 because I need somebody to lift up on the pin while I work that hydraulic for the jack. So it'll have to wait until the morning when I can get somebody to come out and help me. That, and I need to switch a monitor over and reprogram it for that tractor, so I'm sure Titans will have to come out again. But I'm happy with today. So, well, it's the next day. I slept in a little bit too long. It was about 8 o'clock when I got up, but I didn't end up going to bed until about 4:30, so I don't feel too bad about that. I had a buddy and his boss, another farmer in the area, come over, and they helped me pull the pin on this, because even they said that's a two-man job. But so now I get to reorganize all the hydraulic hoses where I want them to be. Hopefully I don't have to take them apart again like I did to use a 180 to raise the hitch up. But yeah, this is gonna take quite a while and probably be a major pain in my butt. So yeah, I'm gonna get started with this and I'll pick it up once I'm done. So got out to the field. When I was still in the yard, I got a hold of Titans. They walked me through how to get all the RX information and just tractor information back on this monitor. So that's all supposed to be good. I'm gonna give it a try and see how it works. But when I was on my way over here, I noticed that wing wheel was not raised all the way up. So I was playing around with the hydraulics on it and it just wouldn't go. Well, I came over here and I looked, and this I don't know if it's a hydraulic lock or what it is, but this is supposed to be sitting right here, was down in there, just wedged in there pretty good. I called Kyle and asked him to bring me a sledgehammer and a bunch of different punches and tools to try and get it out of there, because I thought it was going to be stuck pretty good. Just took one little tap up with a little ball peen hammer and it came right out. So I haven't called him yet, so he might be a little upset with me. But that's a second or third time that's happened with this little piece here. And on this side. The other side, it has never done it. So I don't know what's going on. That one's just sitting there perfectly. But that one, second or third time now that that's done it, and we've always bought a replacement one. I don't know if it's to lock the wing wheels down or what it is on that hydraulic that holds them. But I think it's time to stop buying them if they're just gonna fall off and try to bend other stuff. So got about 50, well, just about 60 acres done now on this 120. And it was going good until about 3 passes ago. Started making the terrible hydraulic pump noise when I'd lift it up. So I switched the hydraulics over to number 2, and it worked for about 1 pass. And now it's starting to make them again, and now it's starting to do it even when I'm driving and not touching any of the hydraulics down here. But I got on the phone with Titans and they're looking into it. I got enough hydraulic fluid. It's a little high, but they said that shouldn't matter. So they're looking into it. Gonna try and figure something out. Kind of want to ask them how many times I can get hydraulic pumps until it's not warranted anymore, because this is just ridiculous. Got 50 acres on a new pump and it's already doing it again. Terrible. Just the first couple passes when it was going so good, it felt just so good to be back in my own tractor cab. Lots of leg room, all the power you could ever need. Now I might have to go back to that 340 with no leg room and not much power and no traction. That's the noise that it's making. I don't know, hopefully they can come up with a solution that I did something wrong. At this point I would love to be the person to blame, that I messed something up and it's not the tractor just eating through them for some reason. But yeah, well, whenever they call me back and give me an answer, I'll pick the camera up and let you guys know. Just hopped out and tried to switch some of the ones that are on motor mode around, that run the vacuum and the bulk fill. I switched some of them around. So far it's not making the noise, but it didn't last time when I first switched them either. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'm sure after I turn around and lift it and lower it, it'll probably do the same thing. But hopefully it's not, fingers crossed. Got done with that 120 that I was on. Tractor seems to be liking it a lot better with how I switched up the hydraulic hoses. So I'm gonna keep going tonight. I'm trying to get the number of the guy who's doing the road construction here this summer. They're, I believe, redoing the road and making it a little bit wider. But they put a bunch of these stakes out in the field that our tillage guy, he just went around them, but I need to figure out if he wants me to go around them, go through them, or stay on the outside of them. But I lost his number, and I cannot find anybody else with the number. Yeah, it'd be good to know, because if I have to stay on the outside of them, that'd be great, because then I don't waste a bunch of seed that's gonna get tilted right up. And I know they want to leave some dirt in the field, just pile some, and then use it on the road. So I don't know what these stakes represent really, but hopefully I can find his number and he can explain it how he wants it to me. And he must not have my number either, because I talked to him this winter once, and that's the last time I talked to him. He said he was going to call me back and they were going to start doing something, but well, whatever. So just checking back in. It's about 8:30 now. 62 acres into this 150 acre piece, but it's going pretty good. The hydraulics are barking a little bit, but a lot better than what it was before still. Kyle came out to ride around with me.
No, supervise.
Oh, supervise, I guess. Lunch lady didn't bring out any food.
Or sunscreen.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk about, this field has a lot of tile intakes on it. There's probably about 10 of them. They're kind of a pain to deal with, but you gotta have them in when there's low spots everywhere in this field. Otherwise we would have about 14 different ponds. But they're pretty easy to go around. You just slow down, get really slow down, and then when you come up to it with the quad track, you just have to bump the wheel and it'll turn the hitch just enough where you can go around them, and it'll go right in between the row units. Just got done for the night. Got a 120 done and about a 160 done. So for starting at about 3-4 o'clock and being on the phone and messing with hydraulics a bunch, I thought it was a good afternoon and into the night. Still got to run out and grab the seed tender from the field. I loaded up with seed, and then the service manager came out and rode around with me for a bit and listened to the noise that I was making. After messing with the hydraulics, I got it so it would only make the noise when I lifted it up out of the ground. But he said on a rainy days they're gonna take it back up to Marshall and just do some more looking around on it and make sure everything is how it should be. I know that they're gonna have to do some adjusting on something, or maybe there's something that they can't find that needs to be redone. They're probably gonna have to do something with it. But that's where I'm gonna end it for today. We'll probably pick it back up in the morning. We got about 210 acres to do in the morning, so should be a good day. So it's next morning. I got our tillage guy. He went over by Ruth and he's doing some tillage. So I got probably a couple more hours of just sitting here waiting for him to get done with a couple fields, and then I'll head out there and start planting. Right now we're gonna take some seed from last year that we have and put that in the hoppers, because I did the math on it and we're about 15-20 acres short. But I want to use up the stuff from last year, and then the co-op is bringing out some more seed for us. So that way, if I need the seed they're bringing out, I can use it, and if I don't, I can either return it or save it for next year. But today we got about 220 acres left, and then we're done with corn. Hopefully we can get all that in before the rain comes. It's, tomorrow morning at about 3, I believe it's supposed to start. and depending on how much tillage he's getting done, it's looking like it might be about that time before I'm done. But yeah, hopefully we can get it all in today and tonight, and then spend tomorrow, a rain day, switching the planter over to beans. That's a good thing to do on a rain day instead. She's a little too muddy over there. I tried it, and the back tires for the wing sunk in pretty good. That'll just have to be a wet spot that either will come back and plant or figure something out with it. Otherwise, just wasting money trying to spray chemicals on it. But there's a few of them we got already. Gotta figure something out for them. I'm on the last 160 acres of corn that we have left to do. It's a pretty good sized square field for the most part. There is a little bit of mess around I gotta do on some of it, but it's not too bad. So I'm gonna work away at that. Driving in the bottom that was underwater about I'd say a week and a half ago. There was standing water in it. Now there's dust coming up from my tracks. A couple of years ago, we would have tried to plant this after being a lake a week and a half before that. We never would have gotten in here. It just goes to show how good pattering tile is. Well, got it rained out. I was trying to get out of the bottom as fast as I could. Went to turn around. I was gonna do one more pass, and then probably call it because it was starting to throw mud pretty good. But when I went to turn around and lift it up, nothing. So none of these want to work at all. So got a hold of the service manager. He's gonna try and figure something out. More than likely I'm gonna be hooked up to the 340, which I got quite a bit of the bottom done, but not as much as I wanted to for what needed to be done. So Titans are coming out in the morning. I'm gonna probably head out there an hour and a half before they do and unhook from it. Just get everything ready to go on that 340 and wait for it to dry up a bit. We did get rained out. My walk to the truck, I got quite a bit of mud on my boots, so gonna wait until then. This is probably where we're gonna end the video, just in case something else happens where that needs its whole thing. So if you like the video, don't be afraid to like, subscribe, and follow along. Thanks.